Welcome to the Jude Umeano Crypto Podcast, and this is actually my very first podcast. I'm here with the guys at Inside Crypto. I have here Michael and Uche. You're welcome, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So what we discuss in this podcast is majorly what is happening in crypto. We try to bring our insight into it and make it clearer for you guys. We try to take the crypto in little bits and make it so that you understand it. So with time, you get to call in and ask your questions. So, Uche, are you bullish or bearish on crypto right now?
Okay, let me say I'm partially bullish, and my speculation is if we get to the 25k zone, currently we are at 23k zone. I'm speculating that once we get to 25k zone, then I'll be bearish. Because I see the market going back to at least $18,000.
Whoa!
Before we proceed forward.
Why do you think it's going to go there to $18,000?
Yeah, there are a lot of things you could see right now. First of all, you can see that the whole world is still experiencing an economic crisis, starting with the United States of America. Now, things are not going so, and it hasn't changed so far. I wouldn't expect that. I wouldn't expect something positive so fast to happen in the crypto space, because if economic situations in these countries are not stabilized, then crypto cannot be impacted healthily. So basically, because we are still in economic crisis, I feel the market is prone to getting sell-off. Now, some persons would make little profit, and then they might choose to start selling off their cryptos as fast as possible, because basically people just need to survive at the moment. But when I feel basically when the economies of this country, especially United States and the rest of that, starts improving, I feel I'll be bullish on the market. And I'm not saying that in the next 2 months or 3 months, probably in the next 6 or 7 months before that will happen. So basically, I feel we are going back to 18k or even as low as 15k before we proceed back upward.
Now, we got to a bottom of $15,000, and right now, Bitcoin is currently at $23,000. Do you think we have hit the bottom? Are we still going lower, or are you bullish on crypto?
Okay, first of all, I would say I'm neither bullish or bearish in crypto, and I also think that this is not actually the bottom. Because when I actually look at my charts, I can actually see Bitcoin going to, if not 10k at least. So for now, I can actually,
If Bitcoin is going to 10k, it means that you're heavily bullish on crypto. You're heavily bearish rather on crypto. 10k. Do you think 10k is possible?
like I said, that was last year. Last year, according to my chart, and I believe that my chart doesn't actually lie, that we are going to see 10k at least in crypto. So at a point, I started seeing the sudden surge in Bitcoin price, and I was like, "Wow, is this actually a trap, or should we say, okay, we just surpassed that?" But to an extent, I said no. Maybe this can actually be a trap, at some point. But the thing is that for now, like I said, now I'm not actually bearish or bullish. But my chart is actually telling me something else, that we are going to see 25 for sure. That we are seeing 24, 25 before anything actually happens. Then from that 25, I can actually decide whether we are going more further or we are going lower. But I have my reasons for being bullish, and I also have my reasons for being bearish. Well, being bullish, I think that Bitcoin is actually consolidating at the moment. Sometimes the greed and fear index actually comes out, and we can actually see that people are actually more interested. People are not actually interested in buying because they are afraid of that Bitcoin is actually going to go down or it's going to go up. So sometimes we just wait, and they keep watching. But at a point, people can actually say, "Well, I think we have actually surpassed that we are going bullish." So that's actually why I'm saying that, man, I can actually be bullish in this time, because who knows, maybe at that 25 you can actually see more major investors or more major news that I can.
So from what you're saying now, you're trying to say that 25 is a determining factor,
Yeah,
right, for you, because you said the same thing. So if Bitcoin crosses 25 to 26, do you think we can say that we are now in the bull season?
If I can actually see Bitcoin as 26, I can actually have my hopes high that, man, Bitcoin is actually going up to 35, or we're actually in the bull season right now. So I'm actually still waiting for that moment. to actually see Bitcoin at 26. I will actually be happy to see Bitcoin at 26.
So at the moment you are waiting
Yeah.
to see what happens.
Exactly.
Okay. We can see from analysis that Bitcoin has grown by over 23% this year. So what do you think is the cause of this surge in the price of Bitcoin?
Firstly, the market has been bearish for quite a long time. Bitcoin has been below 15K for a couple of months, and it felt like nothing serious is happening anymore. And at some point, it's normal to experience certain things like this. The market has not been good, and there has not been any headway as to where we are going from 15K. But so far, some of the reasons I feel why the market is quite bullish, why the market became bullish, to this point we are at the moment from 15K to about 23K, was partially from the news we got from CPI. First of all, the news was bullish for the crypto space. The news was bullish for the crypto market and the crypto and stock market. That was why we experienced this surge, and it's quite normal.
So when you say CPI is Consumer Price Index, right?
Yes.
So how does it affect the crypto price generally?
Okay, so the CPI is just like is an index that measures the economy of the United States of America. Now, which comes in terms of employment, unemployment, and basic necessities of the citizens of America. So whenever this news is quite good, you expect that things are returning back to normalcy. Like I said before, the economy of the United States has been facing recession for quite some months. Now, with getting this good news, it means that certain things are trying to change over time, and then people are trying to start investing in these risky assets at the moment. So that is the effect of CPI on the crypto market and the stock market.
So basically, it is this. The price of things are at a particular price. Let's say we're Nigeria, but let me use a Nigerian concept to analyze this. What is one of the major commodities we buy here in Nigeria? Let's say Gary, right? We buy Gary, a bag of Gary or a bucket of Gary at 4,000. Is it 4,000 or 5,000 naira? Now, if this price comes down, right, to 4,500, we can say the CPI is down. So if it cuts across a lot of commodity that in general, the price of things are down, we say the CPI is down. So if the CPI is down, it means that people now have more money to do other things. People have extra money to do other things. So they have extra money to invest in stock, have extra money to invest in crypto and all that. And speculators, the way they do it. So speculators can see that the price of things are not down and expect that people have more money. So they'll go in first to start buying. And this is one of the things that is said to have actually brought up the price of Bitcoin and the stock market in general. CPI. But the question is, and this directly correlates with the Fed's raising interest rates after printing a lot of money during the pandemic. Well, the question now is, I'll direct to Michael again. Is this a trap? Are we in the bull run, or is it actually a trap? Or are you waiting for the confirmation at $25,000?
Okay, like I said before, I'm still waiting for the confirmation. And I can actually say it's a good trap because the reason why I'm saying that Bitcoin is just going up is because we haven't actually heard a kind of any news that would make it go down. Before we have Bitcoin go to 15 because of FTS, and after some moments, people started accusing FTS, and people say, okay, let's just put the whole reason that is there, just FTS caused the whole stuff, and from after that, Bitcoin started going up again because people now believe, okay, let's just focus on that. FTS is just the major problem there. So since after the FTS there's no news there to actually get Bitcoin down. So that's just reason why Bitcoin keep going up. So for now, we are going to wait for news, and because the truth is that news will surely come. so that let the news not be something that we didn't actually wish for.
But do you believe, if you're waiting for your news, do you believe on the rumor, on the buy the rumor, sell the news statements?
Well, in the crypto market, you have to actually do anything you have to do to actually make profit. So
Right?
yeah, that's actually the true thing. So you just have to stay alert. If you are anyway in this crypto space, there are some who are there for the technology itself. So they don't believe in that. But some of us we are here to actually get both the knowledge and the money there. So we are always are there to hear the news and know when to buy and know when to sell. So we are in for it. So I believe in both hear the rumor and buy. So
Okay, good. So let us take some news or what happened in crypto in this period. I'll start from the guys at 99 Bitcoin. So crypto market capitalization up 30%. I think if you go to coin market cap, you can see that. Let's just look at the crypto market in general and see what the chart is saying. What is the market cap now?
Okay, at the moment, market cap is about 1 trillion.
So if they say it's up 30%, it means that it is not only Bitcoin, because it seems other cryptocurrencies, altcoins are beginning to come up.
Yeah.
So the second news is crypto and stock market surges in recent market upturn. This might also be as a result of the news of the lower CPI. Then IMF warns of crypto contagion. So Michael, what do you have to say about this? The International Monetary Fund warning about the crypto contagion.
people actually try to get interest when Bitcoin is actually going up. That's actually when people actually get interest with crypto. They're like, oh my God, crypto is going up. Maybe I should go and buy. Well, they are warning that you may actually go and buy and actually end up regretting it. There are a lot of people who bought crypto because they are just there to actually buy crypto because they are seeing the price going up. So they are actually warning that don't actually get tempted to actually buy these coins if you don't actually understand how it works, or you're just there to actually go and trying to make money. You need actually to understand what you're actually you need to understand.
In other words, get educated before buy into it.
Exactly.
So FTT spikes following possible exchange restarts. So the FTT coin that is a native coin of the FTX token, and there's a rumor. I don't know if it's rumor. I don't know if it's confirmed that a new CEO is going to take up over the exchange and restart it.
I think so. Yeah, I actually saw the news and I read it. So I think that's not actually a rumor that they are planning to actually rebrand FTS to a new standard now. So even to an extent that they are actually working on how to actually give every user back their money. So when people actually heard the news, I think that's actually why FTT token actually rose to up to that amount.
But do you think they're going to achieve it? Actually get the exchange back and achieve? Because I heard, from what we know, about $8 billion worth of customers' fund is missing. So do you think they can get that back?
Well, I think the FTS is actually bigger. It's actually very big. If I should say, maybe they can actually advise a strategy to actually try and maybe within years actually try to refund people back money maybe try to get people bring back that trust issue. Maybe if you trade, maybe after every month they will give what they earn from their exchange, give it back to the people.
But to be able to pay people back?
For me, I feel they are not going to achieve it. Why I'm saying so is no one will try to bring out $8 billion at this moment to pay off customers, even in the next how many months. Yeah. Why should I bring out $8 billion when I can use my $8 billion to start up a new exchange without paying any person, without owing any person? So I actually feel it's not going to work. Not at all. It's not going to work at all.
I think they will have to find a way to actually get users back on the platform, because I believe the way they could get the $8 billion is, doing the right thing from transaction fee. But somebody has to actually have the mind to go back and deposit money into FTX and use it. So how do you think they can do that?
I feel FTX is dead. That's the truth about
Dead
it.
and
It is
gone.
dead. It is dead. It's not
Well,
going to go up.
You know,
It's not going to
when,
go
when
up.
I hear people actually talking about FTS, they say that, well, FTS is dead. Or FTS, I heard Munka actually saying that, well, I didn't actually invest in FTS. I didn't actually put my followers to actually invest in FTS at all. Well, one thing is there, and one thing we should know is that FTS is actually a very big company. Most big projects that raised fund in crypto, especially last year, was most funded from FTS. So you can actually say FTS is big. So if they actually try, if they try at all, they may actually try.
Can you look at it from this perspective? Now, look at it from the customer's perspective. We are customers, for instance. Are you going to put your money back to an exchange that defrauded you? What is the likely tendency that this is not going to occur again? It is obvious. It's not going. For me, I don't trust FTX. I never used FTX in my entire life, and that's the truth about it. And I know a lot of persons don't trust the FTX. I had a lot of friends that lost so much money from FTX. So those guys are not going to even go back if they have an opportunity to get back their money. That is the end. So this is actually dead on arrival, because I feel even if they are bringing that $8 billion back to pay off customers, most of the persons are going to take off their money to other exchanges, and then that is totally.
But it's true. So why would you want to go back to an exchange that has lost its trust when you have others that are already existing and doing
I
well?
think that's another strategy they can actually use to actually get people back to actually try to trade.
How do you do that?
Now, they can actually create this strategy that we're giving you your money back that you can actually use to trade. Maybe the withdrawal will be once in a month, but you cannot actually, everybody can actually, in this centralized exchange, maybe you can actually see somebody having up to $10 billion in it. Maybe in my wallet I have $10 billion, you have $10 billion. But the money is not actually there. You are just trading numbers. They can actually make, let's just give everybody your balance will be showing in your wallet address, in your account.
Don't you feel
Maybe-
this actually defeats the purpose of cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is meant to be decentralized.
That's actually how
It is meant to be decentralized. It's meant to be free, not restricted.
Because
when
you
they
are
going
not
to
in
withdraw
charge
money.
of that.
Telling
But
someone
I want
stay-
to actually get something. You are making a point, which is going to interest me. So you are saying that
Okay.
if I'm trying to get your point on how they can convince people to use the exchange to get back their money.
Okay. So look at it this way. I'm owing you, and I told you I don't actually have the money to pay you. Or I'm owing this stuff. I don't actually have the money to pay you, but I actually have some money. No, with me. Then I can actually say, why don't you guys maybe be actually still be working for me? Okay, the more money you make, and I'll be paying you a kind of small amount in it. Maybe after in a year, I can actually pay you off. But the thing is this: maybe after a year, and you actually feel like I've actually paid you off, and you find man, this guy is not actually owing me again. You may decide, let me continue. Without actually.
But the thing
paying
is
back.
that it's if I have FTX primary ways, exchanges primary way of making money is from the user's transaction fee,
Yes.
right? And which is, say I have $1,000 in FTX and I have to trade, they will charge me 0.1%, which is $1, right? It means I have to trade. Do you know how many times I have to trade that money in
Look
that
at
volume
it another
for
way,
them
yeah.
to be able to pay me
You know,
back that?
That's not actually the primary way is from the trading fees. But let's talk about the investment that FTS actually made.
What kind of investment have they made?
Both those people who are going to actually list on their list on their platform, because no matter what, if FTS actually opens today, we are going to see new coins listing there, because people, as far as the people actually
Well, can they make up to $8 billion to pay customers back?
Someone who can lose 8 million can actually make it.
When the trust is no longer there. I think that we just have to wait and see what happens. But the question is, if FTX finally comes back, would you put your money in FTX?
Well, I don't really have an account with FTX. All right,
nice one. Now we're going to be running up soon, but let us take some things from Nigeria. So the other day I went to Market Square and I wanted to pay for things, and they said I can no longer use the old Naira note. I have to use the Naira notes. I ended up using my card, took my card to a fuel station, and spent all the old Naira notes that are there. So let's check in Nigeria to see what is happening.
I actually got a message today from JI, God is good motors, that from tomorrow, no, they're no longer accepting the old Naira notes.
Oh.
So almost everybody is actually migrating to the new Naira notes.
Another news coming out from Nigeria is with regards to CBN ban dollar charges on domestic transaction. So with the launch of the National Domestic Card Scheme, AfriGo, the Central Bank of Nigeria has said it will be coming up with a deadline for the existing card scheme in the country, after which they will no longer be eligible for domestic transaction. Speaking at a virtual launch of the card scheme on Thursday, the governor of the CBN, Godwin Emefiele, said all domestic transactions that are going to be conducted in Nigeria will have to go through Nigerian domestic card. So what I'm saying is this. There seems to be a lot of things going on with the CBN. I don't know if they're trying to just get to do some work. First of all, they changed the Naira notes by just changing the color to some good color. Then we had the CBN at a time launched the Naira, which didn't actually take off. Right now, they're banning cards, so you won't be able to use your Master or Visa card.
Yeah.
You now have to use the AfriGo card. As a matter of fact, you cannot make international payments with the Master or Visa debit card in Nigeria. So if you have, say, a Netflix subscription, you can no longer pay with that particular card unless you go and get a dollar card, which will require to actually fund the card with dollar itself. So what is going on with CBN? And what are your thoughts on this?
I feel the CBN governor or whoever is making decisions are running so fast. Why are you trying to ban Visa and MasterCard when you've not already established an existing platform that will take over from these guys? Like, why can't we have competition in Nigeria? Why? It's not really making sense to me because, first of all, the AfriGo they are trying to launch is not even existing. So how do we know that this is quite efficient to serve everyone, just like Visa and MasterCard has been doing for over how many years? And I actually believe MasterCard has invested a lot in Nigeria. Like, I see a lot of their ads about investing, and all of a sudden you're kicking them out of the country like that. Like, first, people are losing jobs, first of all. People working for MasterCard, Visa card, that is actually the end of their jobs already. And it's not really making sense because you are bringing more poverty into the country. It's not really making sense at all. I feel some of his decisions need to be vetted first of all before they are taken, because obviously he's not getting them right at all.
What you're saying is actually making a lot of sense because where is the democracy, man? Is there no democracy in Nigeria? Again, can't we actually decide on what you want to use? And you are actually taking away the competition we have here because their own card are meant to come out and compete with others.
Exactly.
See, when we had only Nitel, you know how terrible it was. But MTN, Airtel, and the rest of this network came in and competed. Nigeria enjoying it, and Nitel could not stand. Is he taking us back to when we actually to the age of the Nitel, when we are suffering and not able to complain?
Well, this government, they can actually do anything, you know. Because to be honest, Nigeria is we don't actually understand where Nigeria is actually going.
I hope you have your PVC.
Yeah, of course, I got my PVC last year.
Everybody should get their PVC.
Yeah, I'm actually ready to vote. So if you don't have your PVC, just make sure you have you can get your PVC. Latest, I think,
February.
Okay, February. The election is coming very soon. So, Nigeria is actually going somewhere that we cannot actually understand again. For me, I want to talk about the aspect of this. They changed the Naira note and said that you cannot many banks, even they said the banks are not actually collecting the old Naira note again. I mean, what is happening? I mean, why should you create a Naira note and say that, okay, we are not collecting the old one? Should we go and throw the old one away? Okay, yesterday somebody messaged me. I was like, I am selling Naira notes. Said for 5 Naira.
Wait, for real? Are the banks no longer collecting it?
Yes,
From 31st.
from 31st.
From 31st, they announced.
So today is like the last day.
Today is
Okay,
Whoa.
Tuesday is the last day.
Whoa.
from 31st. But like, man, I'm selling
Do I save
Naira
notes
notes.
on me?
Say 1,000
I
Naira.
can't spend everything, man.
1,500 Naira. Say if I want 1,500 Naira. So I mean, how can I be selling? Which kind of business be that? So I cannot. This type of thing shouldn't actually happen in Nigeria. It should actually be whenever you have time, you should go and change your own Naira notes. You know,
I think the only country that did something like that was India. No other country have done this.
Even the United States of America didn't.
they
take
should
it
actually
this way.
force
so
force
You
people
can
that
see
like
currencies
that.
of
Yes,
US.
you can see
still
the
existing.
old currency.
Well, I don't know why
you can
Nigeria
go to
is
the bank
different.
and exchange it anytime you
The only
want.
thing they can just do is just making sure that the new Naira note is only thing circulating. That is the only money they are printing. But the old Naira note should actually be circulating also. That
Yeah,
should
so
be
it
there
should be that anytime
You
you
know?
take it to the bank should be able to
to
accept it. Right?
That's
You may say that citizens should not accept it for buying and selling, but anytime it goes to the bank, it should be accepted because man, these are people money. What if somebody travels and have his Naira in his in his home and is able to come back and then that comes back, they are all useless, right? And some persons don't know about this actually. So I think it's pretty bad. So we're going to end this podcast really soon, but and you guys should actually try to go to Insta Crypto and see the content that this guy actually shooting out. It's actually quite interesting. So the question is this: Aptos went from $4 to $16. So what do you think? Why? What is happening? And what is Aptos to start with?
Aptos is a blockchain. Just like at some point you had Solana that came out to be Ethereum killer. Some persons call it Ethereum killer. Now we had Aptos. Aptos is more like one of the fastest blockchains so far in the world.
So should we say Solana killer?
obviously people call it Solana killer. So Aptos has not been doing quite well for some months after it was listed on exchanges. But like the past few weeks has been phenomenal for the project. Now I feel they did a lot. There are a lot of changes that came into the project. If you check on Binance, they implemented liquid staking, and there are so many incentives that were released recently. And I don't know, but I also feel this price movement is not actually very good. What I'm saying so is for this year there are a lot of Aptos tokens that are going to be released, and I feel this price movement are just an exit way, are just ways for this for these unlocked tokens to be exited back to the market. Now what I mean is this: because there are a lot of unlocks that are going to happen this year, some persons feel like as the price increases at the moment, basically investors or some of those persons that are going to share from this unlock are going to make more money from it. And I'm not really happy with the total value locked of Aptos. When you check DeFi Llama, look at their total value locked. It has less than $50 million locked, and the market cap is quite high. Aptos is currently one of currently at the top 20 of the cryptocurrencies in the world.
25 now.
25 or
Yeah.
25, but why are they 25 when they're having less than $100 million total value locked? Like, I feel some things are not really right, but we can't actually say this is the crypto space. A lot of things go wrong and no one to question about it.
So what you're trying to say is that when more Aptos are being released, right, it's going to bring more liquid Aptos into the market,
Yeah,
and the price is going to dump.
which is going to cause price dump. So I feel this is going to be like an exit route for some persons to make money out of it.
What actually baffles me with Aptos is that even though it is a lot of coins have been released, even last week they released a lot, and during the airdrop they gave more than up to almost 2% or 3% of the coin out, and everything up to after all these people, the huge selling. Yes, we keep seeing the price surge, to up to 16 now. So here's what I'm thinking. SU is coming out this year, and SU is actually a layer one blockchain, just like Aptos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that they're actually trying to make Aptos have a kind of
Standing.
standing,
Yeah.
So actually, they make us to have to actually stand well before they actually, because we actually on testnet 2 now of SEO. So soon, highest before, let me say quarter 2, we are going to be seeing SEO on mainnet. So they're actually trying to build up to a point that Aptos will stand. We will be there to actually, okay, people won't SEO launch, they will just move out from Aptos and just move to SEO, because people are waiting for SEO. So they just want to make these Aptos have a high standing ground. Okay.
Oh, I see.
Before they launch. That's a kind of preparation before SEO comes in.
Okay. So guys, when you are going into crypto, you have to be informed, right? You don't just blindly buy a coin and just follow what the market is saying. You have to be informed to know the inner workings of what's actually happening. And we'll try as much as we can to bring you these explanations here. All right. And of course, don't forget to follow Inside Crypto on YouTube, and also my channel, Jude Umeano, on YouTube as well. And I'm also across all handles. So thank you for attending this podcast. We're bringing more of this kind of things to you. I will also expect your feedback. To the guys at Inside Crypto, any last words?
Okay. First, I want to say a very big thanks for bringing me up on your platform. I think it's quite a wonderful section, and I believe a lot of persons are going to learn so much from this as we progress.
Thank you, Mr. Judah, for this wonderful section. So thank you very much for having us.
Thank you guys for coming. I will see you next week. This again is the Jude Umeano Crypto Podcast. Signing out.